Today we're doing a Hardcore Nuzlocke, but with a twist. Every gym is in a different generation. We only get to catch 2 Pokémon per game, and to make this challenge a bit harder for myself, we have to fight the Elite Four in Pokémon Shining Pearl. Our first game is Pokémon Red. We start off by picking Charmander, and we name him Torch. We quickly take care of our rival, and we get ourselves to the Pokemart for some catching materials. It's then time for our first encounter. We pick Caterpie because Butterfree will be really useful against Brock. We catch him and we call him Dave. We grind him up until he evolves into a Butterfree, and it's time for a first gym challenge. He leads off a Geodude and Dave immediately does a good chunk of damage. He gets confused, hits himself, and we take him down with another confusion. It's now time for his ace, Onyx. He goes for tackle, but his terrible attack stat lets him down. We destroy him with just a few more confusions. Dave, you really deserve this badge, buddy. We start off by catching our third Pokemon, Zubat. We name him Bad Manners and we take care of Team Rocket shortly after. It's then time for another evolution. Torch evolved into a Charmeleon, which would definitely come in handy against the next gym. We don't waste any time and get ourselves into the battle with Bugsy. I can't really say that this was a hard battle, because Torch easily swept her entire team. I guess Amber is just a little bit too strong at this point. We claim our badge and it was time for our final encounter in this game. We tried to get a Heracross, but there weren't any Heracross trees in the available areas. We dried up our tears though, and decided to get another encounter. It was Ditto. We caught him, and we named him Morph. We've arrived in Pokémon Emerald, one of my favorite games ever. Our first task in this game is to get ourselves the Old Rod, so we can get another encounter. It's Magikarp this time. We catch her, and we name her Grace. We then head into the Granite Cave to immediately get another encounter. We catch ourselves an Aron and we name him Donaconda. It was now time to do a ton of grinding to get our team strong enough to beat Watson. This will be a rough one. Our first evolution was Grace. We now own a strong Gyarados. Bad Manners followed shortly after to get us a Golbat. We were now ready to beat Watson. At least try. He starts off with Voltorb and we almost take him down with Bite. He survives though, and he gets us all the way down to 4 HP with Self-Destruct. We then 1 HP his Electrike with Donaconda, but he uses a potion and takes the first life in our Nuzlocke. We finish him off with Torch in return. His Magneton comes out, but Torch wants to revenge his fallen brother. He one-shots it with a crit. Beautiful! He's then down to his last Pokemon, Manectric. We have to swap after a few embers, and we manage to paralyze him with Dave. He almost took us down though. We eventually swap back into Torch and we finish him off with one last ember. Man, this battle was rough. We did get another badge though. I'm sorry, I'm gonna pause the video for 1 second. We've just hit the 500 subscriber mark. Insane! We're already well on our way to 600 and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Thank you all so much. And let's get ourselves to Pokémon Platinum. Our first stop was in a Wayward Cave to get ourselves a Gible. We named him Jet, and it was time to collect another one of my favorite Pokémon, Chansey. We eventually caught it and we named her Lucky. We trained up Jet and we managed to evolve him into a Gabite. After just a bit more grinding, our team was ready for the battle against Maylene. She starts off with Meditite, but we managed to one-shot her with Wing Attack. Her Machoke does a bit of damage, but he also goes down by another Wing Attack. Her Lucario comes out and he almost kills Dave with Metal Claw. We do survive and we manage to paralyze him. We then swap into Grace and she takes him down with a few rock smashes. This battle was pretty easy, but I'm definitely not complaining. Since we aren't able to use any Gen 5 Pokemon in the final battle, I didn't bother catching any. There's just one thing to do here, beating Clay's Challenger Mode team. He starts off with Kronkorunko, while we manage to one-shot him with Aqua Tail. Up next is his Onyx, and he does a bit of damage with Explosion. We took down his Sandslash with Ice Fang because he wasted his turn on setting up. His Excadrill comes out and we swap with the Jet to negate the Intimidate from turn 1. We then swap back into Grace and she takes him down with a huge Aqua Tail. Man, I love these battles. 5 badges in the pocket, let's go! We have arrived in Pokemon Y. We start off by catching a Pikachu named Millie. We then catch ourselves a Ralts, which we name Guantalupe. It was then time for a few evolutions. We start off with Lucky, which evolves into a Blissey. Guantalupe then evolved into a Kirlia. Up next was Torch's final evolution, Charizard. We then grinded up the team and it was time for the battle against Valerie. We one-shot her Mawile with Flame Burst. Her Mr. Mime comes out and we Mega Evolve Torch. We then take her down just a few Fire Fangs later. Her Sylveon is no match for Grace either and we finish her off with Aqua Tail. We grab our badge and we get another surprise. Batmanor evolves. We arrive in Alola, rush to the grass and catch ourselves a Smeargle. We name him Happy and our second encounter is Eevee, which we name Speedster. We then have our final 2 evolutions of this team. Guantalupe evolves into a Gardevoir and Jet evolved into a Garchomp. We've then finally reached the 7th gym, sort of, after 6 hours of playing. Komoki Moki, it's time to die, buddy. Guantalupe takes a huge poison jab and we do a bit of damage in return with Dazzling Gleam. Scissor comes down to help, so we respond with Grace to lower their attack. We then swap into Jet and we get hit by a critical Dragon Claw. We answer with one of our own to get him into the red. We then almost get taken down by X-Scissor, but we survive and Batmanor finishes him off with Wing Attack. We then swap into Torch and use one less Flamethrower to win us the battle and the badge. We've now arrived at the spot of the last gym we have to face. We bred up our team and made sure they were properly EV trained. Oh, okay. It was then time to get our final 2 encounters. Both of the encounters I wanted were able to being found in the Dynamax Adventures. We then finally found our first encounter. It was Metang. We caught him and we named him Blue. It took me so long to find the other encounter. I think it's not even there anymore. I guess Donnacona didn't want to leave the team. It is dupes though, so I can't use it. Disclaimer, this is an account with the shiny charm in order to get the team again. We then finally found our encounter. Speed Boost Blaziken. Welcome to the team, Nugget. We got the best moves that we could get and our team was now ready for the battle against Raihan. I didn't want to overlevel Grace and Jet, so I thought it would be a good idea to get them after the trainer battles. That's not possible. Nice. Well, Raihan, a 4v4 it is. We immediately Dynamax Guantalupe and we take down Flygon with Max Hailstorm. Nugget uses Swords Dance while Gigalith lays down some Stealth Rocks. We repeat these moves and Gigalith just isn't able to do anything to us. His Duraludon comes out and instantly Dynamaxes. Nugget is just a little bit too strong now and he takes him down with Double Kick. Just one more kick against Gigalith and we've won our last gym badge. The last thing we had to do in preparation for the end battle was getting our body happy up to the right level. Sadly, not all the moves are available in this game, so we have to settle with the close to perfect movesets. Well everyone, the time has come. The Elite Four. We start off against Aaron. His Mega lands a critical ancient power for half of our health. Grace then takes him down with Avalanche. His Vespa Queen is next. We swap it to Nugget while we take a huge aerial ace. Nugget then destroys him with a powerful Blaze Kick. His Heracross comes out and Jet tanks a strong Facade. We then take him down on the following turn with Dragon Rush. His Flygon tries to go for Dragon Pulse, but we swap it to Guantalupe. We then blast him out of the air with Dazzling Gleam. His Scissor comes out and we take the gamble with Nugget. He tanks the bullet punch and then one-shots him with Blaze Kick. We then predict Drapion's Earthquake and we intimidate him with Grace. Jet then lands 2 Dragon Rushes to claim our first victory. It's now time to show you why I have a Smeargle on my team. We spore the Wish Cache to make him sleep. We then max our evasion with Minimize, buff our attack and speed with Dragon Dance, and then hand those stats over to Grace for the clean sweep. You can call this a lame strategy, but I'll call it my only way to win because I suck at Nuzlocke. The battle against Flint greatly shows why I spent so much effort on trying to get speed boosted Blaze again. We dodged his Hypnosis and managed to use Swords Dance. We then took him out with a single Brick Break. His Infernape comes out and we know he has a Focus Sash. We pop him, but he does a huge close combat in return. We predict his full restore for another Swords Dance, and it's then just an easy sweep for the rest of his team. It was then time for the battle against Lucian. We used the same strategy as before and set up 2 Swords Dances. We did get hit by a powerful Psychic in return. We then one-shot him with Poison Jab regardless of the Reflect. His next 3 Pokemon then easily go down by some Blaze Kicks. He then sends out his Slowbro. I thought we would have been able to power through him, but we didn't do any damage. We did achieve everything we wanted with Nugget, so he fought well, Nugget. Thank you. We then send out Lucky and he eventually just takes him down with Thunderbolt. His Gallade comes out and we tank a close combat with Grace. He then hits us with a decent Psycho Cut, but we survive and we finish him off with Avalanche. Well, Cynthia. Here we are again. But this time I came prepared. We've trained Happy specifically for this fight. Spiritomb can't hurt him. We set up all the Dragon Dances and it's time for Grace to shine again. She easily one-shots Spiritomb and Porygon Z. We almost take down her Melodic, but she swaps into Togekiss and we do half of his health. He then misses a Thunder Wave and we take him down with another Avalanche. Melodic dies by another Crunch and we instantly pop Lucario his Focus Sash, which I totally knew he had. We then take him down on the following turn with Waterfall. She's then down to her final Pokemon, Garchomp. I have no clue how she outspeeds us, but she goes for Swords Dance. I don't even know, man. Just take her down, Grace. Thank you. We freaking did it! This was such an amazing challenge. It actually was the most fun I had in a while. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and please leave a like, comment and subscribe. And I want to see you all on the next one. Goodbye!